Have you ever wished you could step back in time and change something? Maybe erase a mistake, fix a broken moment, or relive a memory that once made you feel alive. Or perhaps you've wondered what it would be like to jump ahead, to peek into the future and see where life is taking you. Time travel has always fascinated us. We see it in movies, books, and countless stories. But here's the real question. If time travel were actually possible, should we even use it? Would it free us from regret? Or trap us in endless what-ifs? Would it make life better? Or would it take away the meaning of living in the now? That's what we're exploring today. The hidden weight of time travel, and why the present moment might be the only place we're truly meant to be. If questions like this speak to you, make sure to subscribe to Mind in the Mirror and hit that like button. Together, we'll keep reflecting on life and its deeper mysteries. Part 1. The dream of time travel. On the surface, time travel feels like the ultimate gift. Imagine going back in time to fix mistakes, to tell your younger self what you've learned, or to finally say the words you regret leaving unsaid. It feels like a chance to rewrite your story and remove the weight of regret. Or maybe you'd rather jump forward, skip the waiting, skip the uncertainty, and see if everything you're working for actually matters. You could know if your dreams come true, if your relationships last, or if all the things you worry about are even worth it. That's the dream, right? To have control, to trade doubt for certainty, to finally feel like life is in your hands. But here's the shadow of that dream. When we change one thing, we risk losing another. Every choice shapes not only our lives, but also the lives of those around us. If we bend time too much, maybe we stop living in it. Life is not meant to be controlled like a storybook. It's meant to be experienced. Sometimes, the beauty of life is not in knowing the ending, but in walking through the unknown. Part 2. The danger of changing the past. Imagine stepping into a time machine and going back. You change something small, maybe a conversation, maybe a choice. At first, it feels right. You fixed it. But time is not that simple. Every change spreads like ripples in water, touching parts of life you never meant to affect. Suddenly, you're not just changing your own path, you're changing everyone else's too. And here's the part we often forget. The mistakes we hate, the heartbreaks we wish we could erase. They shaped us. They gave us strength. They forced us to grow. Without them, we might not have gained the wisdom or courage we carry today. If you take away the pain, do you also take away the lessons? If you erase the struggle, do you erase the version of yourself who survived it? Sometimes the moments we most want to undo are the very ones that built us. Without them, we might not even recognize ourselves today. Part 3. The temptation of the future. Okay, so maybe going back isn't the best idea. But what about looking ahead? At first, it feels comforting. Imagine knowing how your story ends. No more guessing, no more waiting in fear. You could plan everything, protect yourself, and avoid mistakes before they happen. But here's the problem. When you already know the ending, you stop caring about the middle. Life becomes less about living and more about waiting. You might spend your days looking ahead instead of noticing the small, beautiful moments that are happening right now. And what if you don't like what you see? Maybe you see heartbreak, failure, or loss. Suddenly, you're grieving something that hasn't even happened yet. You're carrying pain before it's time, when you could have peace in the present. Sometimes the unknown isn't cruel, sometimes it's kind. Not knowing allows us to live fully, with hope, with curiosity, with presence. The future will come soon enough. Until then, maybe the greatest gift we have is the now. Part 4. The illusion of control. The deeper problem with time travel is that it tricks us into thinking we could finally control everything. If we just knew the right moment, the right choice, or the right future, then life might seem smooth and flawless. But life was never meant to be flawless. It's meant to be lived, messy, uncertain, and alive. Control feels safe at first. It promises protection from pain, mistakes, and disappointment. But without mistakes, how would we ever grow stronger? Without heartbreak, how would we understand love's true depth? Without waiting, how would we taste the sweetness of arrival? time travel tempts us with shortcuts. But shortcuts strip away the journey, the hard lessons, the joy of surprise, the beauty of not knowing. And those imperfect moments are what make life worth living. The chaos and uncertainty aren't flaws. They are the fabric that gives life meaning. Without them, the story wouldn't feel real. It wouldn't feel alive. Part 5. The wisdom of regret. Regret is one of the main reasons people dream about time travel. We look back at the moments that still haunt us. If only I had said something. If only I had stayed quiet, or if only I had chosen differently. These thoughts can feel heavy, like a weight sitting on our shoulders, reminding us of mistakes we cannot undo. But regret isn't just a burden. It carries its own kind of wisdom. It shows us what truly matters, what we value deep inside, and which choices really shape the kind of person we want to be. It points out where we went wrong and helps us understand how we can do better in the future. In this way, regret acts like a patient teacher, guiding us toward growth and self-awareness. If we could erase every regret, we might also erase the lessons hidden inside them. The experiences that built our character, taught us resilience, or helped us learn compassion could disappear. Instead of wishing to rewrite the past, the real gift is to listen to our regrets, learn from them, and let them guide our choices moving forward. That is how we grow, truly, deeply, and meaningfully. Part 6. The balance of memory and imagination. In a way, time travel already exists, but not the kind you see in movies. Every day we travel through time in our minds. Memory lets us step back into the past. We can relive moments of joy, remember the warmth of a smile, or feel the weight of regrets we wish we could undo. Imagination lets us peek into the future. We plan, dream, and sometimes worry about what might happen. Both memory and imagination are powerful tools. They can even be beautiful. But there's a balance we often forget. Spending too much time in memory can trap us in nostalgia or regret, making us feel stuck in what has already happened. Living too much in imagination can pull us into worry or endless daydreams, leaving the present unnoticed. Both can teach us, guide us, and inspire us, but neither should replace the life we are living right now. The present is where life truly happens. It's where we can act, love, create, grow, and make changes that really matter. Time travel in our minds can be tempting, but the real magic is learning to be fully here, alive in this moment, aware and present, where life is actually unfolding. Part 7. The real gift of time. Maybe the real question isn't, can we use time travel, but what is time really for? Time isn't just a line we move along, it's a gift. It gives meaning to every moment we live. A flower feels special because it blooms only for a short while. A day feels valuable because it will never come again. A life feels meaningful because it has a limit, a beginning, and an end. If we could move freely back and forth through time, would we still feel that sense of wonder? Would a sunrise feel as beautiful if we knew we could see it again tomorrow or last week? Would a laugh with a friend feel as precious if we could replay it whenever we wanted? Moments only feel sacred because they are fleeting, because they are unique and cannot be repeated. It's the limits of time that make life alive. Every choice we make, every smile we share, every memory we hold, it all matters more because we only get it once. The fact that we cannot go back or jump forward makes now sacred. Life becomes meaningful when we treasure the time we have, here and today. Part 8. The thought experiment. Let's imagine just for a moment that time travel is real. The machine stands before you, humming with possibility. You could step inside and go anywhere, the past to fix mistakes, or the future to find answers. The choice feels endless, tempting, almost impossible to resist. You can almost feel the excitement of rewriting moments or seeing what's ahead. But here's the question we often overlook. Should you go at all? Maybe running to the past wouldn't change who you are today. Maybe chasing the future wouldn't bring you peace in the present. Perhaps the machine is just a distraction, pulling your attention away from what matters most, the life you are already living. Sometimes the bravest choice isn't escape. It's staying. It's noticing the beauty, the lessons, the opportunities in this moment. It's being fully present, even when life is messy or uncertain. Because this moment, right here, is the only place where life truly exists. And learning to live in it, that is more than enough. Closing reflection. So maybe time travel isn't really about machines or magic doors. Maybe it's about how we live right now. We can't rewrite the past and we can't peek into the future, but we can choose today, this moment, to make something meaningful. So let me ask you, if you could step into a time machine, would you go? Or would you stay here and focus on the life you're building right now? If this reflection touched you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Mind in the Mirror. Together, we'll keep exploring the questions that don't just fill our minds but also speak to our hearts. Because in the end, the present moment may be the only time we're truly meant to live in.